The regular Safi'jiiva siege takes place in several phases. For the Recon, they basically introduce you to one of the main phases, and I think they show how the progression works. Again, it's been months since I did this. So I need to kind of remember what happens, assuming I'm able to clear each phase. Oh, 315, that's pretty good damage. That attack is very similar to one that Xeno'jiiva had. Oh boy, it's gonna hit me. Safi has those similar ground pounding attacks that Xeno had, where it would hit the ground and cause these pillars of energy to explode upwards. Oh. Let's get hit. Let's get hit too. Rocks. $2,000. Pretty good damage. There's another breakable rock over here. If I can lure it to the side, drop it on its head. Aw. Alright, don't come over here. Basically, the main point of each phase of the siege as you fight Safi'jiiva is you want it to continue using the energy to heal and deplete the energy of each level, which causes it to proceed further and downwards into the next spot in the zone. There it goes. After it's depleted the energy, Safi will move one level lower.
Everyone, on the wing drapes, head towards the opening. Is it heading further down in search of more energy?
The lower levels may contain even more energy for it to suck up.
Hey, check out those crabs protruding out of the ground. We might be able to use them as cover.
Ooh, that's close. Ooh, it's getting low.
It's after you! Watch out! Watch yourself!
Alright, that red beam that is locked on me is the enmity. Basically, if you do enough damage to Safi, it will focus its attention solely on you. If you have someone on your hunting party that can tank, like a lance or a gun lance, then it's good for them to be designated as the target for Wrath here, because then they can safely defend against the attacks and keep the monster's attention focused while everyone else does damage. Oh, that's right. There's more than one wave. when it's locked on like this, Safi will focus its attack solely on the person that it's got its sights on. Ow. Oh man, bad time to be dizzy. It has a pin attack it can do, which is also very dangerous. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Ow. Alright, I need to get out of here.
Watch yourself. Proceed with caution.
You can pull Safi's targeting by doing a flinch shot on its head as well. That'll cause it to change targets to whoever does that. So if it locks onto someone who's designated as DPS and the tank needs to reassign the lock, if you flinch shot its head, then it will focus it back on you. Okay. I think we're still doing alright. There's only a couple more parts to this recon mission before it ends. We just need to focus on not dying. Ow. Man. Guess I should have used a max potion. Keep the damage up, we might be able to beat it on this round.
It's after you. Watch out. Watch yourself.
Hang on. Looks like a big attack is coming. Get behind one of those flags poking out, or it's your butt.
Alright. When it does the nuke, you have to get behind one of these crags. And if you don't do it fast enough, by the time it does the final part of the attack, it will destroy everything.
Think any creature can survive that attack.
and anyone caught in the blast will instantly cart and die. But that's the end of the recon mission. You can survive that far and do enough damage. You clear the recon mission. It's fairly tricky because you're doing it solo means you're Safi's only target. You have to be prepared to get pelted with laser beams of death. We got some basic rare materials, nothing related to the monster yet. That's good. Let's see if we have to talk to the Seeker again.
Well done.
It absorbed energy from its surroundings?
That's correct. By doing so, it managed to naturally heal all of its wounds. Once it consumes a certain amount of energy, it heads for an even deeper location. We weren't able to verify it, but we believe it exhausts each area of energy before moving on. That's the theory coming from analytics.
During the recon, I did my best to observe the area and surrounding ecology. What I discovered was an almost unfathomable difference, even between neighboring regions. You say that creature was absorbing energy, correct? This may be an absurd hypothesis, but perhaps that creature can control the energy it absorbs. It may be reshaping the very nature of these ecologies to meet its own needs.
How is it possible that something like that could even exist?
There's only one monster that I can think of that absorbs the energy of other creatures to speed its own growth.
Your initial assumption was correct. It must be an adult version of Xenojiva. It may be doing this for its own preservation and propagation.
That thing doesn't play well with others. There's no way these areas it's reshaping are for anything but itself. If a monster like that is allowed to multiply, this entire world's doomed.
It may have disappeared this time.
I said that
but
about the
I
last
have
one,
no
too.
doubt it'll return to the same location soon.
And we'll be waiting for it. Until then, we need to prepare. All right, everyone, you know what to do. Dismissed.
All right. When the commander's down here, it means the siege is active.
Good to see you.
There. Official name, Safi'jiiva.
Over here.
I think now they're going to break down how the
Received an
siege
urgent
works.
notice from our scouts. It appears the beast has returned. We know now we are dealing with an adult form of Xenojiva, and thus we are calling this creature Safi'jiiva.
We need to commence an investigation immediately. Every available hunter must head out at once. We'll use the gathering hub to gather all available hunters for this special assignment. Fifth, use it as your base of operations. If the reports are true, Safi'jiiva absorbs all energy from an area before moving to another location. We'll need our most tenacious hunters out there to force it to go where we want it to go.
Yes, sir.
So what are we doing with this monster, boss man? Slaying it?
Yes. The ultimate objective is to slay the monster. We can't let Safi'jiiva escape to the outside world.
Roger that. All right. Convene at the gathering hub.
Okay, I guess I can do a real quick intro to how the siege works, since it functions differently from the other quests that we've been doing at this point in the game.
Hey, you.
When you enter a hub and you go here to the Publass, the Safi'jiiva siege is a new thing that's on here while it's active. And when you initiate it, it creates an instance and basically posts a quest that up to 3 other hunters can join for 4 total. And once you do that, you go into the fight against Safi'jiiva. And the point is to try and get it to deplete each level of energy and get all the way to the bottom floor of that arena that we saw. We only got to the 2nd level. But at the very bottom, you fight it and you can potentially slay it there. And the rewards you get for beating it depend on how much it's depleted and how many parts are broken. And you see the reward level on the right there. That increases as your team and other teams that are also in the hub doing the siege instance are all fighting and making progress against Safi. And it sort of aggregates all of their progress into the reward levels. And then once someone kills it, it pays out the rewards to everybody. Overall, it's pretty interesting. The fight is challenging too. I think what I'm going to do is I might start running this online because some friends of mine are also playing this. But I'm going to devote a recording session at some point to explaining how each phase of the siege works. Probably when I'm going into an instance with other people in a hub. I'll have to make sure my voice chat's not turned on so they don't hear me narrating. But I'll be talking through the siege mechanics as I'm actually playing through it. So that will be reserved for another session because this one's been going on for a while. But overall, we made some good progress. We still have Rajang on the docket to take care of. We fought Akiran. We took out Stygian and Ogre, but we'll have to go back for another round against Punch Happy Monkey. But until then, we will leave Elta here and then pick back up in another recording session.